Hello everybody, welcome to Clos Live 2. Today we are in the lovely apartment of Lena, our community manager, and we'll have exciting news and announcement about our current and future projects. So we'll talk about Outer Chronicles, then we'll talk about Antioch, our upcoming crime investigation game. With Fibrotig we'll talk about we'll have an interview with Fibrotig. Then we'll announce a new game published by Clos Studio on mobile, and we'll have an interview also with the creator. And finally, we'll talk about Void and Meddler episode 2 that just released on Steam. So,
before we begin, maybe you can talk about the little game with the chatters and the keys to win.
Yeah, so we'll make a small game. Each time you hear this sound, you have to write a heart in the chat.
Yeah.
And the first one who make it a heart in the chat will win a key for one of our game. Alright? So, feel free to ask your question in the chat, and Lena will pick up the best question and we'll try to answer them during the session. We have a lot to talk about tonight, so let's start right away with Out There Chronicles.
I know your story, Darius. Your son died. You fled your planet. For you, that was yesterday. For me, it was 1,000,000 years ago. Things are different now. Humanity is a negligible minority among the countless advanced and prosperous civilizations of the universe. Some are so powerful they will become your new gods. Do you think you can survive in this new world?
Okay, so first thing about Out There Chronicles, we have decided to release it on PC. So we redesigned the user interface completely, and we have added some animation in the backgrounds. So it's going to be very nice on the big screen.
I'm looking at them for the first time, and the clouds are very beautiful.
Yeah. So, yeah, the first episode will be available on Steam.
That's very beautiful.
Probably early next year. And yeah, I'm really happy how it looks on PC. It's gorgeous. It's much. I mean, you can really enjoy the graphics on the big screen. It's really different from the small screen on mobile.
Yeah, there are a lot of people playing visual novel on PC. It will be a great adventure in the SF world.
Yeah. So then we have also released the first episode on Amazon App Store. So if you play on Kindle, you can get it right now. And now we're going to talk about everybody is asking is episode 2.
Yes.
So how is it going?
So good news. I've written Out There Chronicle episode 2, and I've given the text to Michael a few weeks ago.
And can you tell us a little bit about the story?
Okay, without giving any spoilers, the end of the episode 1 was a little bit sharp, and it was a cliffhanger, and the beginning of episode 2 begins a few seconds after the end of episode 1. But instead, on the contrary of episode 1, where the span time of the game was over 1 or 2 days, you will live an adventure in episode 2 that will go on for weeks.
Okay, so it's going to be a very long adventure.
Yeah.
You have to survive.
Yeah, you are first in as every outdoor game. You are alone in an unknown world with unknown people on a unknown planet, and you have to first to survive. Then you uncover many secrets. The motto of the game is each planet has a secret, and you have to find which is the secret of the planet.
Okay, and how are we going to meet the popular character we've met in the first episode? Will they make a comeback?
A lot of players did actually love the chicory alien.
Yeah, the pervert one.
Yeah, the pervert Gherkin alien. So he's back. So everybody, he or she is back. We don't know, and we know a little bit more. We happen to know a little bit more to each on the knowledge of each characters.
Yeah. He's not my favorite character, but I know he's very popular.
Yeah.
So okay, that's a good thing. And are we going to see Nyx again? Because everybody loves her, and
Nyx is a great character. So eventually you will see her, but I won't spoil it. Let's say that you will have. I did my best for the player to experience a real cool story they would never imagine.
So is the second episode would be as linear as the first one?
No, a lot of players complain about the linear story of the first episode. So we did actually make a point on game design and story writing. So you happen to make several decisions, and I say many decisions that have long-term consequences. I mean consequences that goes far beyond the end of the episode 2.
Okay, thank you, Febretig. I guess everybody would like to know when the second episode will release. We don't have a date yet, but since the story is already written, we're going to start the production as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Do we have some questions, Lena?
A lot, actually.
Cool.
So, Forky is asking, will the second episode work on the same device as the first one?
So, if your device can play the first episode, it will play the second one with no problem.
Is the second episode another game, or is it available in-app directly?
So each episode are standalone, so you have to buy each episode separately. Like when you buy a series of books, you buy each books.
Yeah, choose your own adventure book.
Because I mean, each episode, Phil has to write the story. We have to make the graphics.
And that's a work. That's a lot of work.
Make the music.
Yeah.
And so it's a lot of work. And yeah, that's normal. I mean,
I see all the arts on the chat. That's wonderful. We love you too.
So we have another question from Owen. No, not Owen, sorry. Joseph is asking, will the game consider the choices of the first episode?
Okay, the answer is no, because there are two separate games. It's written like that, but as I said in the presentation of episode 2, in the episode 2 you will make choices that will have long-term consequences.
okay.
There is a question in the chat.
Yeah.
Jules is asking, is it the same composer for the music?
Yeah, the composer for Outer Chronicles, the first episode, is Siddhartha Barnum, who composed the music for Out There Omega Edition. And we love
Siddhartha.
Yeah, we love Siddhartha. We love his music. It's just perfect with the atmosphere.
And expect
out there.
Yeah, expect our next game to have Siddhartha because we love him.
Yeah. So of course he will make the music for the next episode.
Another question from Aoni. Is Nick surviving until the end of the game?
I can't tell it.
Big spoiler.
I'm sorry, it's a spoiler.
Do you have any other out there spin-off? Like,
So we might work on a new spin-off of Out There, but we can't confirm anything right now.
Yeah. I can tell something. Just after the release of the original Out There, Michael told me to work on several spin-offs. There is one we didn't make that I love, which was called Alien Voyage, which means yes, it's in English, Voyage,
Yeah.
Alien Voyage. It was an out there game in which you play an alien, and in the first Out There you played a human that was thinking in alien, becoming an alien, and in this game you were an alien that was discovering the human culture.
Yeah.
I won't tell no more because he will be mad.
Yeah, but actually we were working on this just after the release of Out There, but we were like, no, we're not going to work on a new Out There because we were just like we were exhausted.
fed up with the
We
game.
wanted to work on something else.
and one last question. Like Darius, would you like to have an AI of yourself?
EA.
EA.
Yeah.
AI.
AI.
AI of myself.
Artificial intelligence.
No, they will never. Nobody can make an AI of myself. It's too complicated.
Actually, I am making one.
Yeah, show me.
That's it.
Thank you. Thank you for your question.
Thank you for the question. So now we're going to go ahead and talk about Antioch Scarlet Bay.
Yes.
Launch the trailer,
La
please.
Commence avec la Pax.
Ah, okay. Yeah, sorry. So in September we've been invited by Google on the booth at PAX West in Seattle. So I went there with Lena.
Thanks, Google.
Yeah, thanks Google. And so I went there with Lena to showcase Antioch on the Google booth, and it was amazing. I made a short video about our trip, so let's watch it.